Ah yes, it's time for another album ranking. Today we are ranking none other than the just absolutely batshit crazy black metal band Marduk. Marduk are one of the most heaviest black metal bands out there, and we have seen some incredible albums by this band. There have been 4 lead vocalists, Mortis being the longest tenor of Marduk's vocalists. They have produced up to 14 albums. So we have 14 albums to rank in this discography. And holy shit, this has taken me so fucking long. I've been listening to these albums countless times just to try and figure out my ranking. And this is one of the most hardest rankings I've ever had to fucking do on this channel. But you know what? I'm up for the challenge, ready to rank you one of my favorite black metal bands of all fucking time. We got some fantastic albums. So first of all, let's get on with it. So we have 14 albums to rank from the weakest to the best. Coming in last is Viktoria, and this was their latest album, and holy shit, this is a huge drop for Marduk. You know what? The production isn't that great on this album. Marduk usually has really great production. Production sounds awful. It really does. The guitar tone sounds awful, and the songs are so fucking short on this. Running close to 30 minutes, there's just really no memorable songs on this LP, which is very disappointing. You got Werewolf, June 44, The Last Fallen, Viktoria. Like, these songs are just forgettable. They really are. It's the same old sort of Marduk sound that you expect, except the production is not there. They have experimented on this album, even adding a choir, but overall, Marduk Viktoria is get in the bin. Marduk by Viktoria, get in the fucking bin. Next up is Serpent Sermon. This album is very good. It's not. It is the second weakest, I feel, just because that Marduk was in a really comfortable zone of sounding the same on a couple of albums. Well, this does sound like a classic Marduk album. It really does. Songs like Messianic Pestilence, Into Second Death. They got Damnation's Gold, which is really long, close to 7 minutes. I really enjoy the guitar work on this. I love the intense fucking drumming. Mortis's vocals are just incredible. They really are. His black metal streaks are amazing, but he also incorporates his deep guttural growls as well. But yeah, this is a batshit crazy album by Marduk. Next up is World Funeral. We got Legion on vocals on this, and this album is very good, but it pains me to put this low because I really do enjoy it. You know, there are some phonic elements that are building throughout this album as well, becoming quite epic, but it's still a very heavy fucking album. Songs like Bleached Bones along with Cloven Hoof, Night of the Long Knives, Blessed Unholy, and then that instrumental Black Crown to end off the album, with just so many melodies that do get stuck in your head. The guitar tone is great, the production is fantastic as well. Just a really outstanding album by Marduk. Next up is hard for me to put, but I really enjoy this. It's La Grande Dance Macabre. This is awesome. I love it. As a Row is just so damn intense. The fucking melody on that song. You got cool instrumentals such as Pompe Funebri 1660, La Grande Dance Macabre, and Funeral Bitches. That's a fun fucking song. Love Legion's vocals on this. Just the harsh and aggressive tone of the guitars. And the drumming is just batshit crazy on this. But yeah, La Grande Dance Macabre, it does sound like a Marduk album. This is when Marduk was siphoning their samey sort of sound. This feels like you're on the brink of death because the vocals are absolutely insane. It's just the rhythms as well. Also some technical elements, and some of these songs are fucking long. Like the self-titled track is like fucking 8 minutes, and the song before that, Bonds of Unholy Matrimony, is close to 7 minutes. So there are some really long songs, very atmospheric passages as well. Just a fucking intense album. Next up is I Might Get Crucified, but it's Dark Endless. This is the debut album. We had Andres Axelsson on vocals. Now, I wouldn't call this a black metal album. No way. Although there are elements of black metal, this is more towards death metal, very similar to Darkthrone's Soulside Journey, except Marduk siphons in more of that black and death metal. Really great songs like Still Fucking Dead, along with Within the Abyss. Then you got Funeral Seem to Be Endless, and Departure from the Mortals, which has a really strong death metal vibe. This is a pretty good death metal album. The production sounds more black metal, but I would call Marduk Dark Endless death metal. And it's a really good death metal album. Like I said, some great guitar work, some really interesting soaring solos as well on this. Just a really fun fucking time. Next up is Heaven Shall Burn When We Are Gathered. We got Legion on vocals on this, and you know what? This album is pretty good, but the artwork looks really interesting. But yeah, this is a very good album. The guitar work is fantastic, and Darkness It Shall Be is probably one of the most cheesiest fucking songs by Marduk, but yet the most catchiest song. This album is very memorable. It really is. The melodies do get stuck in your head. Some great guitar work, some really intense drumming, and the vocals are very good as well. There's just some really epic moments on this, but yeah, this is when Marduk start to become very heavy, because before this we had more of that traditional black metal. Well, this is when Marduk started to siphon their own sort of sound, and this is definitely one of the most intense fucking albums in their discography. But of course, there are so many other albums that are much more heavier than this. But Beyond the Grace of God is so good. Infernal Eternal, and that Transylvania song, fantastic. But yeah, great album. Next up is Frontschwein. This is another batshit crazy album, and this was my first LP. It is so damn intense. It is one of the heaviest albums by them. Songs like The Blonde Beast, Africa, Waverland, Doomsday Elite, which is fucking 8 minutes. Just so many intense songs by Marduk. And you know what? Mortis's vocals have just got that raw tone, and it's definitely one of the most aggressive vocal work. Mortis's vocals on this, it sounds like he's fucking dying at times. It's a great album by Marduk, but yeah, I just feel that there are other better LPs than this. This is definitely a good introduction album for people that want to get into Marduk. So if you want to get into Marduk after you've seen my ranking, definitely check out Frontschwein. Okay, so next up is one of the fan favorite. It is Wormwood. I got the album, and I think this is a fantastic album, although I just feel like it is a little bit overrated. Songs like Nowhere, No One, Nothing, This Fleshly Void, Into Utter Madness, To Redirect Perdition, Chorus of Cracking Necks. Wormwood's a fantastic fucking album. I just feel like it's slightly overrated. I feel there are better albums by this band, just because that, yes, this is a pretty intense fucking album. I love the artwork as well. And Mortis's vocals are just, again, batshit crazy on this. The drumming is incredible. It has a very atmospheric vibe, but yeah, this is raw, brutal black metal. Production is phenomenal on this. Absolutely love the production. But yeah, this is definitely one of the most heaviest black metal albums of all fucking time. I believe that Marduk is, in fact, the heaviest black metal band of all fucking time. Next up is Plague Angel. Plague Angel's such an awesome fucking album. I love the artwork. The artwork's so philosophical. It's just definitely telling a story. I absolutely love Perish in Flames. Still Inferno. The fucking scream Mortis provides on Still Inferno. Just so damn mouth-watering. Death March. Everything Bleeds. This is another fucking intense album by this band. The just ripping guitar work, just the ripping riffs on this, ecstatic drumming, the intensity, the brutality. Plague Angel is such an awesome fucking album, really is. And yeah, I absolutely love it, and I do own it. Next up is Nightwing. This is when Marduk really start to sound a little bit samey, but they become more intense. There's some just absolutely just batshit crazy songs like Hellfire, Slay the Nazarene, Dreams of Blood and Iron, Drakol Wader. Got songs like Dean Cord and Thyrane. Pooh, intense. intense. And Blood Tide is definitely one of the most heaviest sort of songs by this band. Nightwing is such an awesome album, it really is. It's just furious, intense black metal. And Legion's vocals are on another level on this. Just, spicy meatball. Next up is ROM 512. This is just very atmospheric sort of album by Marduk, and it definitely does follow a concept. These songs are incredibly long, like Accuser, Opener, Vanity of Vanities. Holy shit, that song is just batshit crazy. Womb Perishable, Voices from Avignon. Vanity Vanities has such an intense scream at the beginning. I swear, you put on ROM 512, go to sleep, and you will wake up before the album ends, just because of that scream is absolutely horrific. It really is. And Mortis's vocals are just incredible on this. The production is incredibly crisp on this. Fantastic fucking album by Marduk. Next up is their sophomore album. We got Those of the Unlight. And holy shit, this is what Dark Endless should have been, in my opinion. This is a step towards that traditional black metal that we all love, that second wave black metal such as Emperor, Dark Throne, Mayhem. Just incredible songs on this. We have Joachim af Graef, who is the lead vocalist on this album, and he only did one album. Darkness Breeds Immortality, such a great song. Wolves on Darkened Wings. Burn My Coffin, A Sculpture of the Night. Yes, this holds true to that black metal sound, but at times there are elements of more of that death metal sound, very similar to Dark Endless, more on that black metal side. And then you got the instrumental, which is like fucking 7 minutes, Echoes from the Past. And this is just, wow, you guys gotta hear Echoes from the Past, because it just, you look at that fucking album cover and holy shit, you understand Echoes from the Past tells a story on that album cover. But yeah, Those of the Unlight is such an awesome album. Next up is Opus Nocturne. Joachim af Graef is also the lead vocalist on this. I thought he only did one album, but he did two apparently. And holy shit, this album is so damn good. This is atmospheric black metal. There is so much atmosphere on this, and it is, like I said, it does sound like second wave black metal. Yes, this is more on the trad side, it's more melodic, it's more tuneful, and the guitar tone is absolutely fantastic. Production is more on that tinny side, but the vocals are so damn intense, I love it. Got songs like The Sun Has Failed, which is like 7 minutes. From Subterranean Throw, Profound is just a really awesome traditional black metal song. Tremolo pickings on this to just throw you back to what that second wave black metal sounds like. But yeah, Opus Nocturne is such an awesome album. Next up is my favorite album by this band. It is Panzer Division Marduk. A lot of people's favorite album. I fucking love the artwork, just a big tank. It is such an intense fucking album. This is what war would sound like. Especially the fucking explosions at the start and the drum fills of people crying and children crying and just an absolutely bloodfest, and then all of a sudden just get intense fucking drum fills that just really start off. This doesn't end. This doesn't end until the final minute. It is the most intense fucking black metal album of all fucking time. Baptism by Fire, along with Scorched Earth, Beast of Prey, There's fucking God's Planet. It's just the brutality, it's just the intensity, it just feels like the blood is on your own hands listening to this LP. This is a masterpiece by Marduk, and it should be listened to by everyone who loves black metal. Although this is the most batshit, most craziest black metal album of all fucking time, it certainly holds true to catchiness. This is a pretty catchy sort of album if you listen to this album over and over again. It only runs 30 minutes. But it's just the intensity. It's just the intensity, and it's dialed up to 100. This is so much heavier than Heaven Shall Burn, Nightwing. It's like a hacker has just unlocked your computer and just downloaded all those viruses onto it until your computer fucking explodes. And this is what this album is like. It is so damn intense. This could nuke a fucking country. Panzer Division Marduk is a must listen. So guys, that's it for the Marduk album ranking. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this album ranking. Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Keep discussion going in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.